Yeah, baby.
What's up,
baby.
guys? We are live. It is Wednesday night. We are having a great night tonight. We're going to be talking about some really fun stuff tonight. We got some fun stuff on the docket.
You know,
it's Rum Daddy Royer here. That's pretty much all you need to know. I don't know why anybody needs to know anything else. But I'm Robert, so we're here. We're having a good time. We're excited to have you guys in. I'm going to pull the chat box up here so you guys can chitty chat, and I can keep up with you guys as you're doing this. Because I am just super excited to be here and hanging out with the best rum community in the freaking world.
Oh, yeah.
We're having the best
right
time
here,
ever.
right now.
It's happening right now.
And all of you are part of it.
Yeah. You all get to be a part of this. You all are it. That is not
That's
a part.
it.
Not
You
a part
are
of
it.
You are it.
Yeah.
You're the thing that everybody shows up for, is this great community where you can
That's
ask questions,
you.
introduce yourself. If you're new, make sure you let us know you're here. Ask all the good questions.
I want to know what everybody
club.
has in their glass this evening.
Yes, let us know what you're drinking tonight.
Yeah. Where are you from? Even if you've been here every single Wednesday,
time to introduce
I want to know
yourself.
Where are you from?
It's roll call time.
What you got in the glass?
We love that.
Let's do this.
We do love that. We had Phil come in at number 1 tonight. By the way, good to see you, Phil. Glad to have you.
Cheers.
Greg is here at number 2. Poop jokes are not my favorite, but they're a solid number 2. Awesome. That's a kickoff that I couldn't have planned better.
I love that.
What a great kickoff. I love that. That's so great. Way to go.
Oh, my God.
Greg's chiming in from his other account, the Low Carb Cocktails account. If you guys
definitely check out Low Carb Cocktails.
It is a great channel. Make sure you check that out. We got Myers Valentine hanging out tonight. Glad to have you.
How you doing,
What
Amy?
is up? We're glad to hear you. There's a new thing on here that I don't understand, which shows a crown next to some people's names. And I don't know if it's a I don't know. I don't know if it's a thing, like whatever, but there's like number 1, number 2, number 3. I don't know where this rating comes from, but I'm proud of you guys for achieving the crown. Let's see here. John Hasbrock from Just Rum is here.
What? John's here?
This guy here.
That guy
Love
right there.
Speaking of Just Rum, we just drank some Just Rum tonight. That's crazy.
Did.
We got a new one coming up here. That's pretty crazy. Let's see here.
I don't know that we can even talk about it because
it's
literally not even out yet.
It's not even out. Let's see here. Mark G says, hello, everyone. Might not be here to the start. Have a great time. Oh, man, he's PO'd. He's missing it. Mark G is out of here. He's doing Canada things. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm sure it's something Canada related.
Related.
Good for you, Mark. And we're just glad that you chimed in. Thanks for showing up and hanging out with us for a second. Carlos is here from
Hey, Carlos.
Montana. We love it.
Carlos is not from Montana.
Well, he says she's in Montana.
Oh, hello. He's in Montana?
MT is Montana, right?
Well, I guess it could
Am I
be.
wrong? Am I wrong? MT, I believe, is Montana.
Yeah.
So I think he's over there. He said
he's in Montana.
He said his phone is slowly dying. So we're going to lose Carlos at some point, too. Let's see here. Vermont. There's John. John, welcome in from Vermont.
Hey, John.
Love that. We got Evan here, Abuelo 7 tonight.
Love
that. That's
very
really
nice.
Good.
That's a good choice.
Yes, I love it.
I like that.
We've got rum and coke, still 630 rum. Love it. Love that, Phil. Let's see here. Hey guys, I want you to get that Royer rum. I want to see your review. Oh, the Reaper rum. I did see that he posted that in the Facebook group. If you guys haven't seen the description down below, we got the Facebook group, the Instagram, the TikTok, and our Patreon Rum Club, where we got a few spots still left for you guys to snag if you're in a participating area. And if you're not in a participating area, check out our Patreon homepage, which actually has a Rumless Rum Club where you can still come and hang out. And we're sending stuff out to the Rumless Rum Club right now too, which is pretty exciting. Yes. So just so you know, that stuff is down there.
Actually,
those fun
the Rumless Rum Club is actually getting a full bottle.
The Rumless Rum Club is actually getting rum. We're actually going against our word. It says it's rumless, but it's a lie. Mark,
you never know what's going to happen.
I know Mark G is in the Rumless Rum Club. Guess what, Mark? You're getting a bottle of rum. Oh my gosh,
more stuff.
We're in more stuff. We're going against our word.
Yes.
Let's see here. Let's see. Still need to make my drink. When you like it, give you a crown. Okay. Let's see. All right. There we go. So, yeah, the crown is crazy. I don't know. I think it's pretty crazy. Number 1 and number 2, you have to try in 2026. Place your bets. John Hasbrock thinks his rums that we tried are number 1 and number 2 this year. We'll see. We'll see, John. I love it. I love John. I like good confidence.
We'll see,
I like
John.
good confidence in a guy. I love that. So we got some good stuff tonight, Royer.
We do.
A lot of fun stuff.
Do.
There's something I want to kick the show off with. It's the headline. I know I drew you guys in with it. I know there's a crowd looking in here.
Before you do that.
Oh my gosh.
Before you do that.
What are we doing?
Which got in the glass?
Oh, it's such a good question tonight. So tonight I am sporting today's review of the Percopile Red River rum. Boom, right there. We got to sport those craft distilleries.
So my question to everyone out there is, how many perks are in a pile?
How many perks are in the pile?
Huh?
How many perks could a pile perk if a pile
could pile perks?
Don't hurt yourself. This is whoa.
How many perks are in a pile if a pile could perk a pile?
How many could the perks? Could it pile?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, you're so close. Yeah. So you're right there.
I was so close.
Thought you did great.
Almost had it.
So we got a fun show planned for you. I want to kick it off here with the headline. I got some great news, some great stuff.
You got some good news?
Some good stuff coming up. But I do want to hit that main headline, as I know.
You didn't even ask me what I got in my glass.
Oh my gosh, that was so rude of me. You know
that
what?
Was rude.
That was rude. That was
extremely rude.
Royer, what do you have in the glass tonight?
I've got a little Plantation XO.
Boom.
Huh?
Yeah,
right here.
Plant Array now.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Come on.
Plant Array.
Get with it.
XO.
Get on the bandwagon here, okay?
But the old bottle says Plantation.
It does. That's the old bottle, okay? Old version. Now
old version.
Now we're in 2.0.
Do they have a new bottle that says Plant Array XO?
You know what they should do is come out with a rum that says Plant Array XO Plantation Edition.
Oh.
Right? Like, imagine if they change it and then bring it back. Yeah, bring some elements to it. I like the way that sounds. I think it would be cool. I think it would be pretty great. Let's see here. Ordered some Just Rum Rums. Can't wait to try them. All of them. John, that's amazing. I love that you ordered in some Just Rum Rums.
Oh,
we love hearing that. It is probably like, I think we glowed enough about Just Rum on here, but I will say I do think that they're one of the better craft distillers in the United States right now, making waves. Every time we have someone try them from another state or even another country, there's a lot of impressed looks and a lot of things to like, whether you're not even a rum person. We've had a lot of people, not even rum people, who are like, wow, this is really incredible. And they're like, this is rum. And we're like, yeah,
in all seriousness, I've got a friend that's just into whiskey and bourbon, and I introduced him to Just Rum, and he's like, he's made several orders.
Oh, you took the camera. Good for you.
I told you I would.
Yeah, I knew you. There you go.
So so Steve, shout out to you. Congratulations. You've ordered some very good rum from Just Rum.
Love that for you. I think that's pretty great. We're all really impressed with Royer taking the camera once again, because he's so good at it. Up you go. Okay, hand it. Let's go. Let's get it done, Royer. Right. Locked in. We love that. We've had somebody in the rum club, the Rumless Rum Club from the Netherlands, actually, who doesn't really drink a whole lot of rum. Steven, Surge Hunter, if you ever see him in here, has gotten a bottle of Just Rum. Super impressed.
Yes, super impressed. And he shared it with his friends.
So much so that he has asked us to make a connection.
That may happen, that may not happen.
Make a connection.
We're not sure if that's going to happen or not.
Okay, well, I'm going to move on.
Yeah, we're going to move on.
There's something I don't know.
We're just going to move on.
There's things happening that I'm not aware of. I'm just going to move on here, stay in my lane. So that brings me to the headline here tonight, guys. How to make that spiced rum cocktail that celebrates, okay? The Thai spiced rum cocktail. Thai spiced from Thailand. Thailand. That's how they say it.
No, that is not how
I've heard it, though.
No.
Thailand.
Heard somebody with a lisp.
I'm just telling you. Just saying.
I'm just saying.
I've heard people say it that way.
Really?
Okay?
Thailand?
It does get said that way sometimes. Okay. You know, Mike Tyson says it like that. That's, so,
okay.
I love it. So I'm going to share with you guys.
Right.
I actually wanted to post this into the Facebook group. So I'm going to post it into the Facebook group, but I found this recipe for this and Thai spiced rum that celebrates the country's origins with a lot of flavors and things that they have.
That's cool.
Which I thought was really cool. So I'm going to throw it in there for you guys. I want to let you know that I don't do a ton of cocktail stuff. very often.
No, we leave that to Greg.
We do.
Right?
We do that a lot. So I'm going to put
low-carb cocktails.
Yeah. So I'm going to put in here Thai. I meant to do this before the show. Thai spiced rum recipe.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'll just sit here and wait for you
Boom.
to do your thing.
It's posted. It's already there. So all you got to do is scroll down to the description.
Okay.
Go there because there's a recipe there. But I'm going to tell you about it here because I want you to know about it. So this is something that brings a lot of ingredients here, though. So it's the premium Thai spiced rum, 40 milliliters. Okay, 15 milliliters of melon liqueur, 5 milliliters of jasmine rice syrup. Jasmine rice makes a syrup, by the way. In case you didn't know that. Jasmine rice
syrup.
Yeah, you took the camera again. Here we go. Let's go. What do you think about that, Royer?
I've never heard of that before.
Give us your thoughts on jasmine rice syrup.
I have no
But
thoughts.
you took the camera. So you have to have some thoughts. We think you do.
Really don't.
Oh my gosh.
I really don't
That's
have
disappointing.
any thoughts.
That seems really disappointing.
I've never heard of such a thing.
That's what the L stands for.
Oh my God. I got to do this again.
Yep, you got to do it again. Go for it. You're so close.
I'm going to.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I love it.
I will just put my hands in my pocket.
We got 20 milliliters of lemon juice, 35 milliliters of elderflower and cucumber tonic water. Yeah, elderflower and cucumber tonic water. 3 to 4 slices of green apple, 3 mint leaves, specifically 3. Okay. A pinch,
large or small.
A pinch of green cocoa butter. Doesn't matter.
Green cocoa butter.
Yeah. And then homemade pandan ice, which there is a method for pandan ice, which obviously we have had some pandan products that we were not super enthused about, but other people were. Other people were really into it.
I'm done.
Yeah, right? But it's in the ice, okay? So it's in the ice, right?
I'm just,
Pandan doesn't mean it's
bad. You had me intrigued. So the way until we hit the pandan ice.
But remember, pandan is similar to saying, let me put this into perspective for you. So saying pandan doesn't make it bad. Okay, that's like saying that
feels like a safe word.
That's like saying agricultural.
I'm just saying.
Nope,
that feels like a safe word.
Hear me out.
Sign me out.
Hear me out. That's like saying agricultural rum is bad. Okay, that's a very general term.
That is not.
That's a very
that's
general.
Not true.
Because that's a very general term. There might be agricultural rum you don't like, but that doesn't mean that it's all bad. So with pandan, it's used to describe an art of how they're doing things. So just know, as we're moving into this, be open-minded. Okay.
Well, I'm an old guy.
It's not the same thing.
Of course, I'm open-minded.
Super open-minded. Not the same thing. Okay. Right. And then they got a way to mix it on there. So I posted the picture of it there, so you guys could see kind of how it's
very intriguing, though.
Right there.
I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, cool.
So you guys can do a little more looking into that, but I wanted to share that with you because I thought that was just kind of
who's going to jump on this? You know who's going to jump on this?
Who's jumping?
Greg from Low Carb Cocktails.
I could see that.
Right?
I could see him jumping on this, as he does like to make his cocktails quite a bit.
Right?
That is kind of what you're showing. Yeah.
Oh, hell yes. I'm doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to put that out there. People have access to it. I like good cocktails. I wanted you guys to have access. I know you're commenting
I like
crazy.
Bad cocktails.
Prayer loves bad cocktails. Yeah. Let's see here. So you mean it's even better than Blackheart, Greg says. I don't know. It's a pretty big ceiling.
Yeah, I was going to say, that bar is set really high with Blackheart.
CJ Johnson, how we doing? Cheers from Little Rock. Got some Plantaray Sealander in the glass tonight.
Oh, very nice.
It's on the shelf. We love it. Sealander's great stuff. It's actually off camera. It didn't even make the cut. Can you believe that? It got cut off. Or it was probably in there in the beginning, and Royer took the camera. So, but we do. We like that rum a lot. It's got kind of a wheat aspect to it, right? A little more Midwestern.
All of the Plantaray products are very good.
Very good. Is jasmine rice cinnamon's sister? All right, Phil. We have to keep Royer under control.
I could go so many different directions with that one, but
I love it.
I'm just gonna acknowledge that was a good comment.
I love it. So Greg says the recipe I found has jasmine rice syrup also, and pandan is better when it's frozen. So ice.
I don't see how it could freaking be any worse.
See? Nowhere to go but up.
I'm just like, you set that bar low enough.
Ooh.
You're
Yeah,
Boom.
you're stepping over it.
Love it.
No problem.
Pandan is 35%. Yeah, it's like a rum liqueur kind of a thing, but it's whatever you want. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. The green juice.
Yeah,
the green juice.
I remember it.
Right?
Very green.
It's good stuff. So that stuff's in the Facebook group. Royer loves it. Make sure you check that out.
I hate it.
Check it out.
It smells like sweaty kid feet.
Love it. Daiquiri tonight with a mix of Captain Morgan White and Appleton Signature. I like the blend,
the Captain Morgan White.
I like the blend.
Have you noticed how Captain Morgan jumped out there with a white rum?
They've had a white rum.
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
Well, they did a horrible job of advertising it.
I mean,
I'm just like,
they've had that for a minute. It's been out for a while.
No, I don't believe it.
No, you don't believe it.
No, I don't believe it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm sure they have, but their marketing team sucks.
Really? What? Their marketing team sucks.
I'm just saying. Just saying. Somebody that's been in sales for 20-some freaking years. Yeah, your marketing team sucks.
Your marketing team sucks. So I'll tell you what. Captain Morgan White Rum was launched in 2011. Okay.
Yeah.
2011, 14 years ago. So it's not new.
Again, do you see my point?
What were you doing 14 years ago?
If you've never heard of it, they suck.
What were you doing 14 years ago, Royer? Okay. What were you doing 14 years ago?
Probably don't want to discuss it.
What was I? I don't know. Does that put me at 16? Right?
16. Yeah, I wish it was 16.
No, me, not you.
Yeah.
Right? It puts me at
how many years ago?
17?
How many years ago?
It's 14 years ago.
14 years ago.
Right? Am I mathing wrong here? Am I mathing wrong? I feel like that puts me at like 17. Yeah, puts me at 17 years old. I was dating your daughter. I was just meeting
45.
you. I was just meeting you.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, big guy. Huh? I'm dating your daughter.
You're lucky.
What are you going to do about it?
You're lucky that I.
What are you going to do about it?
Nice.
Absolutely nothing. I'm going to marry her. I'm going to put your grandchild in her. That happened.
Wow. We're going there.
Boom.
Okay.
Explosions. This is the bar. This is where this stuff happens.
This is where this shit happens.
This is where these conversations have to happen. Yep. I'm just saying. So 2011 was when they launched their white rum. When I started dating your daughter. So no, it's not new. We weren't even really drinking rum yet.
Yep.
Okay. It's not new. It's not new. It's been around. Okay.
Well,
figure it out.
New. It is new if you've never heard of it.
I suppose.
Right.
I suppose.
Again, their marketing team sucks.
I guess you could say that.
If you want a better marketing team, contact us.
Contact us. That'll fix it.
Shout out. And the only time that you will all ever hear this is right now.
Right now. Mark G.
Shout out to Captain Morgan.
I love this. So hold on. Sorry it offends some, but I do have a big ice cube in it. John, who's that offending? You got to put the big ice cube in it. We love big ice cubes. We make a lot of big ice cubes, the big round ones, and we drop them in.
The clear ice.
That offends somebody. They're in the wrong place because we love that. That's amazing. Pandan is from a plant. It is a flavor in the rum you had. See, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make it all bad. Get on board.
No, it
you
sucks.
Suck.
No, it sucks.
It thinks you suck.
Well, I don't care what it thinks.
I called up Thailand, and they all agree you suck. That's what I heard.
Great.
I heard
don't
that.
care.
They signed a petition and everything.
Here, let me look on the page that says I don't care. Oh yeah, that's right.
Just saying.
I don't care.
I'm just saying. So Mark G, welcome back in. There is some things in there about you in the first 17 minutes, so have fun catching up. John, I can't say this Captain Morgan White is the best, but the Appleton makes it really tasty. It's all about enhancement. It doesn't mean
Appleton makes it tasty.
If you ever see, I'm going to make the best connection that you've ever heard right now.
Okay.
The way that he just said that. For everyone listening, okay? Captain Morgan, not the best, but the Appleton makes it really tasty. Can we just all reference back to the great sports movie Miracle, okay? Where he didn't bring in the best players in the world. He brought in the right players, okay? They didn't need to be the best. They needed to be the best together. It was a combination of putting it together. And
that's what it's all about.
And just like the Miracle USA championship team that won the Olympics when they were all still college kids and young kids coming in there, winning the Olympics against was it the Canadians? Did we win
I believe so. Hey,
no offense. Russians, Germans, somebody.
I don't know if it's Canadian.
I don't know.
I mean, Mark's here. Let's just throw out the Canadians.
I don't even remember who we beat because it's irrelevant Well, we beat them too because they weren't. If they weren't there, we still beat them. Okay, we beat all the other countries because we won. We won the gold. You know, just like that, John. You are having the Olympic winning drink by bringing the right combination together. You're welcome for that reference.
Oh
okay?
my God.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's happening.
BFCs are the best for old fashions, which I am enjoying tonight, made with Oregon Oak. John's over there enjoying it.
There you
enjoying
go.
Some good
Oregon
stuff.
Oak.
Love that. Greg says,
is that the 2-year?
Well, I imagine
Oregon
it's a 2-year,
right?
Why wouldn't you? Hey guys, the bourbon influencers on SLB drinks in their last video were asking someone to help them with rum. I commented that they need to contact you. Greg, you're absolutely right. I don't know who SLB drinks are because they must talk about bourbon a lot, obviously. And so those people are not on our radar, which is unacceptable.
Yeah.
What are they doing? You know, what are you even living for?
Okay.
Just kidding.
So,
Can I just start a fight?
like,
We should do a war. I don't even know them. Let's start a rivalry.
stand down.
Rivalry.
Stand down, young man. Stand
Rivalry. Rivalry. Let's get them. Let's get them.
Oh my. No, we are not
sending Roy Arrow.
No, we are not doing that.
I'm going to put a couple bottles of rum in him and send him over there.
If it was a gin channel, the whole different thing. But no.
Evans, Russia. It wasn't Canada. It was Russia. We beat.
Canadian.
I thought it was either
Russia.
Russia or Germany. I knew it was somebody over
One
there.
of those foreign
Russia.
countries.
Yeah. Well, not us. It was obviously not the United States playing the United States. That would have been a match that ended in a tie in the Olympics because it would have been two of the best teams in the world.
Oh yeah.
Dead even. Okay. So Russia. We beat Russia, but we beat Canada too and all the other countries. So let's see here. They are a father son-in-law YouTube bourbon team. Are you serious, Phil?
Father and son-in-law.
Father, son-in-law, YouTube bourbon team? All right. I'm not buying it. What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
We got to go to YouTube.
Go.
What are we learning
Go,
right
young
now?
man.
YouTube.
Go.
We have to find out about these guys. I've never heard of another father-in-law, son-in-law drinking team that's doing YouTube channels. If they're way bigger than us, I'm going to be mad because they're never going to talk to us. SLB drinks right there. They pop up faster than we do. I think they're bigger than us. I bet they're bigger than us. I bet they are. I bet they think they're so great being bigger than us because they are. Look at how huge they are. Holy crap. They're way bigger than us. SLB drinks. They have 178,000 subscribers.
Wow, well, good for them.
Oh my gosh.
They're in their basement too.
They're in their basement bar. They're doing everything only better than us.
Oh my good.
Shoot.
Are they really?
They only have.
I mean, we just brought them up.
They have 731 videos. We have like 570 some.
But how do we know that they're doing it better than us?
Well, they're doing it to more people. What the hell? They're going to work on this.
Exactly. What are they doing to more people, Robert?
Drinking. They're drinking in front of more people than us. It's crazy. Oh, that's a stepson.
Oh, well, that's completely different.
Well, they obviously have an advantage.
That's like completely different.
That's a huge advantage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah, no.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's like, wow.
You know, picking
like
his
night and day difference.
I'm going to tell you, being his stepson, he got to like choose his stepson because he chose to marry her who had the son, right? He didn't get a choice.
I got no choice.
He got zero choice.
Zero.
It just happened.
Zero.
This was a miracle.
It's like I'm working with what I have.
It's our own miracle movie.
I'm working with what I have right here. That's it.
You guys would be killer together. We got to watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch the show. I think that's great. I think it's super great. Someone to help.
We will definitely check them out.
We're a lot smaller, but the only reason we're smaller is because we don't do all the extra fancy stuff and all the little details. Because
we're smaller, but in the areas.
But it's fun this way, right? Because we get this sweet crew. I love having the group on here. You guys talk so much. The community is what makes this so amazing.
I bet this is a funner channel.
Yeah, funner.
You're funner.
And
it's more treaty too.
It's not English appropriate, but it's funner.
Funner and more treaty.
But I'll tell you, the thing that we really love about this is it's not us that makes this show, it's you guys. And that's what makes it great. The Rum Club is you guys. I had so much fun last weekend.
Oh God, it was
awesome. Club. Such a great time.
It was awesome.
And
you know, the funny thing is we didn't even have
rum last weekend.
We didn't.
We have rum on the way, but we didn't have rum last weekend.
We didn't have rum that we shared with
everyone.
Crew. Right?
It was a crew getting together, and boy, was it a time.
They were drinking their own rum, and it was
it's always like
so
hanging
much
out at the bar.
At the bar. It was so much fun.
I love that.
I lost track of time, and I couldn't believe it. All of a sudden, we were way past the time frame that we had, and I was like,
yeah,
oh my
Riley
gosh.
was a little pissed at you,
Nah,
but
she was
hey,
fine. She wasn't mad. She's usually pretty good about it and everything. I just try not to, push that too far. I try to be mindful of it, but I mean, it was so much fun. So that'd be a ton of fun. I'm going to check that channel out. I love that they're doing that. I think it's a great bonding thing. I think everyone should do that with either a stepdad or, in-law or whatever.
Careful there.
Pick cool ones. You got to pick cool ones. You got to know what you're doing. Select it.
You do.
Okay.
You do. You can't just throw that out there. Any.
Yeah, you just got to find the right one. It could be an uncle, could be cousin,
it could be an uncle,
cousin,
could be a brother,
brother,
brother, sister, whatever.
Whatever.
I mean, hey,
they're in Indiana so much better. Indiana? How is Indiana better?
So much better.
So much better.
Wow.
That hurts.
Who put that?
Phil. Why is Indiana so much better?
God.
Oh my gosh. I love it. They aren't doing it better. Bourbon went through a huge boom. Rum is clearly the more sophisticated. Mark, we love you. That's amazing. That's my take on it too. It hasn't gone through its boom. I think there's probably some things we could do that could probably enhance our channel and grow. We've talked about it and stuff.
We have.
I've got a child on the way.
Let's be honest. This is
I work
not
2
our
jobs.
day job.
This being a third, so like it's just one of those things that in due time, and we're cool with that because we just love hanging out with you. And even if this show never got huge, that's okay.
That's okay.
I love this show.
We love and I love
this. You guys.
I love hanging. You know what? I love hanging out with you.
He says that, but he's lying.
I do.
He really just keeps me around.
I love hanging out with this guy
because I know how to turn
this right
the
here.
camera
I'm very proud to say this guy right here is my son-in-law.
He's beating me on camera right now. Physically,
he is my son-in-law. I'm really proud of him.
Oh my god! Well, thank you. I think he keeps me around because I know how to turn the camera on, and when we have technical difficulties, I'm usually the one to figure it out.
And
he just wants to see you guys. I think that's what it is. So, John says this group is way more fun. We'll take the fun factor every day of the week. Over here, let's go.
Yeah.
I want to meet those guys. I want to watch their videos. I think that's really great.
We should maybe do like
Bruzel's another one. Where's the pen and paper? We got to write this down.
There's paper, I think, in that. Right
There's no pen.
Well, no, that whole thing there.
Jeez Louise. What do you have in here?
Where are you going?
What do you have in here? Why is it so thick?
Well, that's what she said.
Good Lord.
That's what she said.
Okay, Bruzel, SLB drinks. Yeah, we'll just start watching some stuff and we'll send them.
So did you rate the SNLB or SLB or whatever?
It's right there. It's the second one. There's only 2. Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but it's not super
like
long.
4 to me right now.
It's not a long list.
Looks like 4 to me right now.
1 and 2.
I'm just saying.
1 and 2.
Looks like 4.
Yeah. Bruzel's been talking about getting into rum. They must be another big one. Everybody out there being big. Love that.
They want to jump on the train of rum.
So speaking of people jumping on the train of rum, good segue.
So
Good segue.
Right? I mean, isn't that cool how that works?
The first person here, it wasn't even us who got in on this train, by the way. John Molesworth. No, John Molesworth. Okay.
Oh.
Congratulations for jumping on this train first. But the rise of Taiwanese rum.
Oh, yeah.
Get this. So a couple weeks ago, he was talking about rum tasting in Taiwan. He talked about it in our rum club. He's been having this, right? Taiwanese rum distillers aren't just replicating, they're reinventing. So this is crazy because with rum, there's a lot of gray area, right? And so people are doing
it's the Wild West of rum.
You have rum with bamboo. You've got rum being made with all these different things, doing all this stuff, right?
Sugar cane,
whatever. All these sisters of all of it, right? And so they actually have been crafting spirits with local ingredients such as like the sweet potato and that over there, doing stuff in their climate. And there's a guy who's like a professor over in Taiwan. I don't know everything about him, but basically he's been working with students at a university where he teaches the Taiwan Sugar Research with the Taiwan Sugar Research Institute, planting stuff, learning about it, kind of enhancing the knowledge around it, which I think is pretty cool, right? They do it pressed and fermented and distilled in a cognac style. which Plan Array is very accustomed to doing that too, so it can be very good, right?
They're not the only ones.
They created 2 rum agricoles crafted from fresh sugarcane juice. So they came out with these products. They're pretty excited about it. They're talking about increasing kind of something they're doing. I think they're trying to push more rum product over in Taiwan and trying different things that fall within that rum juice category that they can play with, which I think is very cool for rum. We want to see more of it.
That's very cool.
I want to try more of it. John has brought up some rum from Taiwan and talked about it, and I think it's an incredible thing.
So we talked this last weekend with John about some of the Taiwanese rums, right?
Yep.
And I mean, it's so cool when you get together with people from across the country, across the world. Actually, we had Stephen from
the Netherlands.
Yes.
The Netherlands.
Yes.
The.
Not
Netherlands. The Netherlands.
The Netherlands, right?
Yeah.
And he joined us as well. And it's so interesting hearing everyone's perspective on different, opinions of different rums from across the world, their experiences, and what has it always been something that we've said?
Why don't you tell us, Royer?
It's always about the experience.
Wow.
I mean, quite literally.
I literally don't know how
life
could
is
have been
short.
More dramatic.
Life is short. It's always about the
Stunted.
Experience.
We love it.
Right?
We love that. Good for you. Good for you.
How did I do that?
You do it every time. You do it every 5 minutes. So the other thing they're doing over there, so he is actually a co-founder of the Funny Distillery. So he has his own distillery too. Not only does he
Funny Distillery,
but it's called the Funny Distillery.
I'm really intrigued. Oh, do tell me more.
So they came in, returned to Taiwan in 2024, and they are using Baijiu style distilling blended with rum making distilling to make kind of a hybrid rum with some of the.
This is the Taiwanese rum, or
yeah. So they're using the 2 methods inspired by Baijiu. Which is a very popular technique, over what's the right word I want to use here, because I don't want to use the wrong word. The Asian communities, right?
There you go.
Well, I'm going to just leave it at that.
Yeah, leave it at that.
I'm an Iowan, guys. My vocabulary is not
Midwestern Iowan guys.
I've never left the country, so
I'm no offense to anyone.
I barely left Iowa at this point. So they are using this Baijiu and rum technique together to create a bigger hybrid. Like I said, reinventing a style of rum that hasn't been seen. That's really awesome. So the Funny Distillery. So you got to look it up.
I got to tell you. So this is pretty cool because we've been in this business for what, 6 years? 6 years now. And we've seen a little bit of hate, a little bit of hate here and there.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because we're doing it wrong.
Right? Yeah. So much hate. Apparently, we do everything wrong.
Right.
Which, that's fine. We never came here to do it right. We told you guys from the beginning. By the way,
we are not professionals.
I haven't said this in a while. If you guys don't know what this show was created on and what we're here, there's 2 things. I'm gonna hit it with you right here. This is one, a documentation of our rum journey since getting into it, because we were not rum people prior to 2019.
No,
we were not. So this is a complete documentation from the beginning of our rum journey since 2019. And the second thing is this is a mission to connect good people with good rum through a good time.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the only 2 things we do here. We don't do anything else.
It.
So doing it right isn't in the title. This is about bringing more people awareness of the different options, of the different things. And in rum, there's not a lot of rules. And with that comes bamboo spirits. With that comes rums that are rum agricoles from certain parts of the world, and then you have here that are made the same way, but it's somewhere different.
So one of the terms that we commonly have heard throughout the years is it's the Wild West of rum.
Yeah, which
right?
is pretty true. It's pretty true.
It is. So what you're talking about is some different methods that companies are using to produce product. Referred to as rum.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And it's I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
do too.
It's one of those products out there. Rum right here and now is one of those products that it does have a little bit more of a broader field to it than what gin does.
Absolutely.
God help you. vodka, bourbon, whiskeys, all these types of things. Those are more defined than what the rum industry is.
Okay.
Because you
That's
have
true.
a lot of broad spectrum of ideas and technologies that are being put out there for the rum industry.
So I'm going to move into this here real quick. We're going to jump back here because I think that's super true, by the way. I'm not taking away from that. Very, very true. SLB stands for single light bulb. There's a story behind that, apparently. Single light bulb. I love it. I can't wait to hear the story.
And they're doing rum.
I'm going to need a favor from everyone here right now. If you could, go ahead and find SLB on whatever platform you use on social media. And if you could tag us and say to them,
that would be awesome.
We are someone they need to talk to.
Hell yeah.
We would really appreciate that. Let's get their attention, guys. Let's see if we can get their attention.
And you know what? It's going to do nothing but benefit all of you.
If we can get this stuff
seriously
with them and maybe do a little something, we're tiny peanuts, but hey, they're cool guys and they see cool for cool. We've done stuff with shows that are very, very small, and we don't care. Your number doesn't matter.
Nope.
It's your show that matters. So if they're in a similar manner, we would love to somehow be a part of that. But if not, that's totally cool too. But if we get their attention, that'd be super awesome.
That would be awesome. I think that's a great idea.
Gertie here. My favorite spirit is rum, but the majority of liquor stores around me only sells Bacardi, Captain, and Don Q. Shake my head.
Okay.
Welcome to Iowa, too. Yeah. Iowa is very similar. I don't know where you're at, Gertie, but that is a very common problem.
So I will say Don Q does have some good products.
They do, but when that's all you have, you've tried them.
Yes, I agree. So I do. This is a moment in time that I'm going to remind everybody. When you go to your liquor stores and your favorite restaurants and bars, don't forget, you can actually request them to actually bring in something different, and you can actually we are a oh boy, I've been drinking tonight.
We're in this together, bud.
I know we are.
What are we doing?
So Iowa is a
controlled state.
That's the word I was looking for.
You're right there.
It was just
that thing that you do when you're trying to do a project with other people. That's what you're looking for.
Control. God help you.
I'm just saying.
You're not far off.
I'm just trying to connect something for you.
I admit, yes. So.
What are you trying to say? What is happening?
Wow.
We have things to get to tonight, Royer. What are we doing?
I'm just going to say, we're a controlled state, and we still request when we go out to different places, different restaurants, different liquor stores, we still request.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can you bring this in?
And a lot of that. There's a lot that can be brought in.
You can bring it. You can still bring it in. If you promise to be, a constant customer and this sort of thing. So just
Gertie, I'm going to give you a few suggestions here. So Royer nicked it here on number 1. When you go out to your local liquor stores and restaurants, ask for something different. Have some specific ideas in mind. If you know of some bigger brands that aren't the biggest that you still want to try, that's a great place to start. Things like, I'll just give you a few examples. Barcelo is a good example.
Oh, very good example.
I think that Dos Maduras is a good example. Rum JM or Clement, spelled like Clement. Diplomatico, that's a great one.
Yep.
I'm an Appleton Estate. Those are good, definitely. Right? These are
Santa Teresa.
These are bigger brands that aren't the biggest brands that are easier to bring in for a lot of places. So that's a great place to start. And then you got your super craft, right? So that's my third suggestion to you. If you find things like Just Rum, if you find things like Really Bad Rum, if you find things like Bamboo Spirits or Siesta Key or Rum Rats, and you're like, I really want to try that, message them directly, and they will either have a way for you to purchase online or a way for you to get around the rules of how you can obtain
it. We always follow the rules, Robert.
Always. Well, I don't think we always follow the rules. We always follow the law. But we don't always follow the rules.
Well, okay, semantics.
Yeah, there's a difference. Okay, we bend the rules. Okay.
No, we don't.
We never bend the rules.
In the world, in the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger,
we always follow the rules.
In the great words of the Terminator, follow the law, but break the rules. Okay,
and that's not what we do here.
He breaks the rules, follows the law.
Okay,
that's what we do.
Moving on. That is not what we do.
What do you mean that's not what we do?
We follow every rule. We follow every law.
The laws, yes. The rules, we do. No, we don't follow the rules. We're not rule follower people.
No, we are.
Definitely don't.
100% rule follower.
Not.
Nope. Yep.
We don't follow rules. That's not at all it. We definitely do not. So those are my 3 suggestions to you. Hopefully that helps. Open my Japanese Tita rum on Sunday. Very different, Mark G says. Very interesting. Okay. Got a cigar and leather taste. Love that. It is mostly majority of the flavored Don Qs. Yeah, Gertie, that'll happen. That's a lot of the Don Qs that end up on the shelves first. They do have some aged and barreled stuff.
They
too,
do.
Though.
They do have some better products.
Renaissance Distillery is the one I tried, John says. Yeah, that was the Taiwan one, Renaissance Distillery, which was very, very cool to hear about. We appreciate you bringing that info to us. Gertie, never had it. If you had a choice of one spiced rum, what would you get? Oh, that's a good question. One spiced rum to rule them all. What's it going to be, Royer? You only get one. I'm going to double check. I think I know the answer.
Give me a moment.
I think I know the answer, but I just want to double.
One spiced rum to rule them all.
There's always a spiced rum that I always tell people, like, this is the rum you should get. This is the rum that if you're going to get a spiced rum and you want something different, I think this is the one. I think there's a lot of good companies that do some different stuff. However, I'm just going to say it first before Royer jumps in. Chairman's Reserve spiced rum has like orange peeliness to it. It's just not like a traditional vanilla spiced rum that you get most of the time. I think it's very different, very elegant, very well done. It's just a nice, unique piece for spiced rum, and I love that. I think that's pretty great.
That for me, that's a really tough question.
Yeah, I know it is. It's a tough one. One spiced rum to rule them all.
So the funny thing is, there's a lot of rum people out there that either you really like spiced rum or you hate it.
But they're wrong because there's so many different kinds. You can't just hate it.
I know that they're wrong.
Just rum seasonal spiced makes a killer spiced rum, and
they do.
That is high. That is it's high proof, right? Like that's 102 proof, right? That's 51%. That's not your mom's.
No,
that's not your mom's spiced rum.
No, it is not. But so for me, I'm going back to my roots.
Okay, let's hit it. What do you got?
So for me, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be Bacardi.
Bacardi spiced.
Bacardi spiced.
Because it's Oak Heart.
Because it's Oak Heart.
Because it's Oak Heart. We do love Oak Heart. Oak Heart. We bought all the bottles of Oak Heart that were left on the shelf before they changed the name.
In our region.
That is one of the beginnings of our journey. Yes, the Oak Heart. You can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at that. I love that for you.
So
that's a great pick.
So that is that for me is going back to the roots of how I began my rum journey.
Yeah, Oak Heart was right in the beginning, and that's Bacardi Spice. We love that. Bayou does a good job too.
They do an amazing.
Their spice rum's pretty good too.
So it's
a little more traditional, a little more on the woody aspect. Like
it's one of those things. So for me, it's like the Bacardi Oak Heart / Bacardi Spiced actually means something to me.
Yeah,
it truly does. It will always have a place in my heart.
Yep.
Does Bayou do it better? I don't know. I'm not.
It's up to interpretation.
It's up to interpretation.
It's all about what you like.
But
we love that.
But yeah, Bacardi Spice / Bacardi Oak Heart.
Let's see here. I heard that Chairman's Reserve is one of the best spiced rums.
It is.
Mark G, there you go. I think so.
It is just because very good.
Mostly because of its uniqueness. I think you just get such a different aspect. You can't be mad at that.
So one of the things that I'll say is one of the things that some of the pinky up rum drinkers
like
out
Royer.
Yeah, not like me at all.
This guy.
Not like me at all. Some of the rum drinkers that are kind of pinky up, they feel that spiced rum doesn't even really truly exist.
Yeah, Royer hates it. He's like, get this fake rum out of my bar.
It's like, Yeah, no, I love spiced rum. That's one of the one. I'm again.
That's the thing about rum is you have people who are like really knitting tight to the original rules of rum.
Yep.
And then it's like if you're
40% or more.
If you're going to follow every rule and only drink that rum, you're so limited on the amazing rums that are out there. And I think this channel and what we try to do is just try to open people's mind to, hey,
we do.
Like I get it might not fit the most traditional aspects. I get mixing it with a pop, like a Coke or a Pepsi, might not be the way that a lot of people think you should drink it. However, you should do what you enjoy. You should have fun doing it. You bought the
freaking bottle.
Rum is fun. And I think that the reason
have
it's
a good
fun
time with
is
it.
because
Life is short.
Other than beer, it's the most diverse spirit in the world.
It is.
Beer is the
100%.
only thing that has more flavors than rum. Everything else, if you have a bourbon, try 15 bourbons in a row. You'll be drunk at the end of it, by the way. But guess what? All of them are going to be pretty similar. Do the same thing with vodka, gin.
Oh my God!
God help you. Run it all. Do it with scotch. Do it with whiskey. Do it with whatever you want. And I guarantee you that 12 out of 15 are pretty freaking close.
I can tell you. I can freaking guarantee you. I could give you 15 rums
that taste nothing like any of the others. Each one is so different than the others.
100%.
You won't even believe you're drinking rum still.
No shit.
You know, so I think that's the fun aspect of rum that like you can get into and be like, I could have anything. Like it's kind of crazy at this point, which I think is pretty cool. So to show my seriousness, I'm going to turn my hat backwards.
Oh my God, he's getting serious. Here we go.
So I think that's pretty important. So I'm going to move through the list here. Star Union Spiced.
Oh, hell.
World's best rum and Coke, but it's hard to get. We don't have the
Star Union has spice?
We don't have the spice. We have a lot of Star Union, but not
Who put that out there?
Phil did. Of course, Phil.
Phil.
You think it wasn't Phil?
Phil.
Captain
hey,
Phil.
Help a guy out, man.
Help a guy out. I'm fond of the Heart & Sons Blackpool Spice. Mark G nailed one right there. That is such an underdog. If you haven't had the Blackpool Heart & Sons spiced rum.
Do we actually have that?
We don't. I drank all of it. It is gone.
I thought we had that.
It's gone. It's definitely gone. I smashed that. I think it's tremendous. If I had a number 2, that would be it. Absolutely tremendous. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm going to catch up on comments here.
Phil, I'm going to jump back to Phil though. Hey Phil, I'm really intrigued with.
We didn't go to Chicago this year.
Star Union products. I mean, they are all the way out of Peru,
Illinois.
Well, yeah, okay, but so they've got a spiced. Did you know this?
I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
Siesta spiced is good. Yep, Siesta Key does a good one.
Hell yeah.
Evan, that's a great suggestion. Might have to pick up the Chairman's, Gertie says. Absolutely. Definitely do it.
Definitely.
Check out Curiata for all online rum needs if you're in the States. Curiata is one that we use. Between that and rumratings.com, those are 2 online distributors that we frequent very frequently. So Curiata.com or rumratings.com. There is a lot of ways to obtain some rum. I will
get
say
any points from ordering from them.
No.
I mean, holy crap.
Curiata, I think, is a little more price friendly. The shipping is what you have to work in, but sometimes they do deal that if you buy a specific like drink, then your shipping is free,
bulk, maybe,
or whatever. So like that's something to look for. Rum Ratings tends to be a little bit more of a premium price point, so just know that you pay a little bit more, but it's stuff that you can't get
anywhere
otherwise.
else.
So like I get it also. Cane Rock is very unique. A little thick. Cane Rock is like a
we don't
it's a little
have any of that
no,
right now.
Not here. We
Big Molasses actually took the last bottle.
Yeah, Big Molasses loves Cane Rock. That's one of his favorites of all time. And that is Plan Array is in on that and doing that. And it's a little thicker, it's a little sweeter, it's got a little more sweetness to it.
Presentation,
but man, it looks cool and it goes down so easy. That's a fast drink. That's a very fast drink.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, strong like bull, Phil says. Love that. Love that. Let's see here. Myers Valentine's got her drink. There we go. Love that. Let's see here. I'm gonna scroll down. I see some good conversations going on. I'm gonna let you guys have them. Oh, I love this. Great conversations. And that's the best part about this community.
It is just like hanging out at the bar, isn't it?
Yep, I love that. Rules equal suggestions, laws equal super suggestions. John Hasbrock says. I love that. That is great. Rules are suggestions, laws are super suggestions. That's right. Exactly. Super suggestions. That's great. Yeah, Greg, Just Rum Spice. I think that's a very unique, very high proof spice rum. Very good. Y'all should try my homemade Falernum too. We should. We need to. We absolutely need to. When are we going to Oregon? We got to do that. That's my Irish Valentine, by the way, in case you're wondering. Greg says Chairman's Reserve is too orange forward for me. I understand that because it is. It's orange peel forward.
So
orange.
Which one? So which
the spiced.
The spiced?
And it is because that's what makes it different. That's one of the reasons I like it is because it is orange peel forward.
I will say this. I enjoy Pirate as well.
Yeah.
So that is kind of orange forward as well.
It is. It is very much so. So, let's see here. Yeah, Just Rum Spice is different from any other spice I've tried because it has no added sugar, which is a big play, right? Spiced rum has mostly, you're going to find spiced rum, it's going to have a lot of sugar added to it. That one does not. Just Rum does not do that. And so high proof, no sugar, like that's a very big aspect that's key for a lot of people drinking, that you can still enjoy a spiced rum that isn't in that spiced rum feel of everything. Let's see here. But I drink Pinky Down. Love it, John. Absolutely. Spiced rum and Coke rocks, Phil. Absolutely. John Hasbrock says phone is dying. Catch you next week. Love you all. Thanks for the love. John, peace
see
out.
You, John.
Glad you stopped by. Appreciate you. Let's see here. They would go rum bankrupt if they gave you points, Royer. Yeah, so you can't have points on Curiata. We'd bankrupt the company. Okay, we'd have too many points. We'd own the company. It's good stuff. I love that. I know we're coming into the end. I want to hit a couple of things here as we're rolling through.
Oh, yeah. You had more news.
So I got 2 news articles I want to hit here before the end. Okay.
Please,
So,
Robert,
the first one, these are both illegal activity articles.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yes, we wouldn't.
I was not there.
Because we don't break the law.
We do not.
We break the rules.
Well.
Yeah. See? Yeah. All right. So the first one, you guys may have seen this. If you've ever heard, what's it? Let me find the name here because I have seen this a couple of times.
Rules, just suggestions.
Exactly. And laws are super suggestions, right?
I'm just saying.
So Riri Rum. If you guys have seen Riri Rum, built off of the pop sensation Rihanna, okay, this has been this is just flagged as fraudulent. This is a huge thing. So a beverage CEO is fined $1.1 million for fraudulent Rihanna rum venture that allegedly, put in this musician into their marketing, okay, that wasn't given the rights to do so. So how does this happen, right?
Yes. How does this happen, Robert?
The deceptive conduct began with a family connection in September of 2022. Okay. They signed a non-binding letter of intent with Rory Fenty to act as the firm's senior strategic consultant for its celebrity brand division. Fenty was the younger brother of pop star Rihanna.
Yes.
Was said to provide a network deep connection that would elevate the company's brand to the next level. Okay. They never met or signed a deal with Rihanna herself. And despite this, the team alleged to have begun using her name, image, trademark, and music in various promotional materials.
Terrible idea.
Including a fictitious Riri rum that was marketed to investors. So what happened here was, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. They hired this guy.
That's horrible.
Thinking they were going to get, we're all the way in now. Thinking they were going to get a connection to Rihanna. Yeah. They didn't.
Oops.
And they chose to move forward with plan as expected anyway, because they had no other plan. This was the plan.
Well, they had to move.
This was it.
They had to play and they had to make it.
So this is what it was.
This was it.
So they moved forward. So they've been fined $1.1 million in damages for doing all of this allegedly.
So I'm gonna kind of play the devil's advocate here.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so
what you got?
I find all of this very curious.
Okay.
Okay. So
I mean, do you suppose maybe there's a benefit to someone? I'm just going to leave it at someone on this whole thing, right? You know, I mean, so yes, so they were sued $1.1 million.
Yep.
And you know, so how much does publicity cost?
A lot.
Right?
A lot.
This
is pretty bad publicity, though. If you're
okay,
wanting to sell rum,
so here's the thing.
Pretty bad.
So I'm gonna go back to Barnum and Bailey's circus.
Yeah.
You know, where they said, you know, I don't care what you say about me, just spell my name correctly.
So I'll tell you this. I get what you're saying, and I think there's a positive play there.
I'm just saying that
this may
not be as bad.
That being said, I'm gonna just say this. Oh, here we are.
What are we doing? what is happening?
All the way up. Here's my thing. I think if bad publicity was good publicity, it would be like, your rum sucks. Your rum's terrible. Okay. But when you start entering in the word scam, fraudulent, your name is in here, and I get it. You're getting some stuff.
When you put in scam or fraudulent, people are like, "Oh my God, what is going on? I must find out more."
But nobody's spending money with you because nobody feels like they're going to trust you.
So
you've lost trust.
But people want to know what's going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
That is what's going on.
Can we just talk about the name of their company? It's called Third Bevco.
Third
Bevco. What happened to the first two? Did they go under in bankruptcy for fraudulent activity? What happened to 1 and 2? We're on Third Bevco.
Third Bevco.
Number 3.
Yep.
Why are we on
1 and 2 didn't work. Nobody freaking heard about those.
Exactly.
Let's do third.
That makes me concerned. Like, what happened to 1 and 2, and why are we on the third?
So I think it. Publicity is a funny thing. And when you were a celebrity, I'm going to say things, publicity again is a funny thing.
Yeah, it's true.
And so even bad publicity can actually be a positive thing.
It can be. And I agree with you.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. When you were in the news for all that stuff you're doing on OnlyFans, it boosted your numbers so heavily. Look how you just took the camera again.
Yeah,
I love it.
Those were the days, Robert. Those were the days.
That was like 2 weeks ago. But anyway, so I love it. I love what you're doing over there. Your publicity,
I didn't even do anything. If you know that, I didn't even move my hands.
Didn't at all. I believe you. The camera doesn't, but I believe you.
Oh my God.
So let's talk about our second illegal activity. Okay. That was number 1. Number 2.
By the way, just so you know, we know nothing about illegal activities here on this channel.
True.
We really
don't do it. Well, we know this stuff. Other people doing it.
Yeah, I mean, we're just reading the news.
Yeah.
We are literally just reading.
So here's the thing. This one I'm going to be a little bit more impartial to. Okay. So I'm going to ask you a scenario question.
Okay. Hit me.
What is an amazing gift that you could get for any Father's Day? Any Father's Day on any year, what's a gift that you would love to get? Well, I'm really having a hard time. You're having a hard time thinking about this.
I mean, I'm a pretty simple guy. So it's
you are not answering in the way that I thought you were ready for.
Pellets for my wood smoker.
All right, we're kicking Royer off the show. It's like he isn't even on a rum channel. Okay, Royer.
Maybe.
No, don't even talk anymore. We don't want to hear from you anymore.
Maybe some really nice rum.
Nice rum. Thank you. Okay, Royer. Now we're back on track. Thanks for bringing it back. Okay, so rum for Father's Day would be a pretty gift on any given Father's Day, right? You'd be pretty excited.
I would 100%. Yeah.
Now here's the thing: you've had a dad. I've had a dad.
Yep.
Okay, we've celebrated Father's Day. Yep. Now here's the thing: 100%. You come into Father's Day and you got no money. You got nothing, okay, and you want to do something nice for your dad. Yeah. Sometimes it pushes you to do something that you probably shouldn't do, but you're doing it for the right reasons.
I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to stop you right there for just a moment. Yep. If you ever run into this occasion as being a father, I'm just going to tell you right now, the best thing that you can give your dad, in all seriousness, is just go up to him and give him a great big hug. And say, I really appreciate
you
Yes.
for being who you are and what you've done for me. And I want to spend some time with you. And it doesn't matter what that entails.
I would totally agree with that, except for the fact that I do that to you every year and you tell me to get away from me. So,
well, that is you.
yeah. So, I don't
I'm
know
just-
how I feel about the accuracy of your advice.
I'm
but
just saying.
Anywho, so man jailed for stealing rum for Father's Day.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here it comes. Okay. I'm going to tell you why I'm impartial. Okay. So, this man stole 2 quarter bottles of strong rum. Okay. Because tomorrow is Father's Day, was his statement.
And why wouldn't you?
Tomorrow's Father's Day.
Right?
He was sentenced to prison for 3 months. Now, let's hear how this went down. Okay. So, this is the part.
Is this like a Florida man thing?
Listen, so he was caught by a guardsman security officer who's attached to the Peppercorn supermarket. This happened in Kingstown, by the way. So
Okay.
This is an island
Yes.
offense.
Yes.
Okay, over there.
So probably Jamaica.
It could have been Jamaica. It could have, what is it, St. Vincent, whatever, over there.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a few of them. But island offense, either way. Okay.
I didn't know they celebrated Father's Day.
At about
Cool. Good for them.
everybody celebrates Father's Day.
I didn't
Everybody's
know
got
that.
Dad.
To me, it
Jeez
was like
Louise.
an American
Wait,
holiday.
where do you think they're born from? Like, what do you think they're made in a lab over there in the islands?
I don't know.
Good Lord. So at 12:15 p.m. on the date in question, okay, the security guy was on duty when he saw this man enter the supermarket and head straight to the frozen products section. Okay. He walked past the cashier and coming back, and the security officer approached him and requested that he remove the contents from his pants pockets. Okay.
Huh.
This man cooperated without any fighting, cooperated immediately, took out 2 quart bottles of Sunset Strong rum out of his front pants pockets. He then told the officer that he would gladly put them back, that he had made a mistake, okay? And then the officer said that the decision was not up to her, okay? It was up to the supervisor on duty. And you know what that supervisor on duty did?
What?
They called the police, and they brought him in. For a man trying to get a gift for his dad on Father's Day. And here's what makes the matters worse, Royer.
Yes.
It only costs about $28 a bottle. Like we
Well,
are
but,
we are
okay,
talking pretty inexpensive rum.
That is true, but let's put things in perspective.
Uh-huh.
So so $28, if you don't have much, that can be a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Right?
That
can be a lot of money. And if you don't have a lot of money and you want to show an expression to your dad,
exactly,
that you're like, hey, I really love you.
I love that you took the camera again
I
somehow. You just keep, I love it.
And I love you, and I want to show you that I appreciate you on Father's Day, and here's this gift, right? And if you don't have much money, it's like you really want to do that.
Yeah.
I
hear you. Move back over here, Roy. Let's bring the camera back because you just decided that you have to keep doing. Oh, somehow you took it. You locked it in over there. Not only did you take the camera, but you actually locked it in front of you. That is amazing.
I didn't
I don't even know how to. I can't even take it back. It's locked in. It's completely locked over here. All right, I'm gonna move over into your side, over here.
Into my side.
All right. So here's my fight with it. Okay.
Yes.
Being a security guard, being somebody seeing this, seeing how reasonable they were. Here's the thing. I believe in paying it forward. This is a good.
Me too.
This is a Robin Hood moment where someone's trying to do something good.
Yeah.
And trying to get it there. I don't think it's a crazy expensive rum. I don't think I would have notified the police. I would have made them put it back. Rules are rules, like whatever. But they were trying to do something good. And what I probably would have done, just me, I'm not saying everybody needs to do this. I probably would have bought one of them and just gave it to them. Okay.
Yeah.
That's me. Because that's how rum goes around the world. Now, if they were trying to buy gin, jail.
Oh yeah.
Prison. 3 years.
Minimum.
Okay? Absolutely ridiculous offense. But rum, you're trying to get some rum for your dad for Father's Day, put it back. It's not yours. Me as a security person.
If you can't afford it,
I'm gonna buy a bottle.
Don't
I'm gonna give it to that person. That's just me paying it forward because good for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So they got the wrong security guy on duty. I don't totally agree with it, but it is what it is. So I thought it was Lonely Fans. I love it. Greg, that was good. Man. Maybe missing out, but I stay away from celebrity brands, John says. There's a few celebrity brands that do really well. Sierra,
there is
10-1 is great. That's Sierra, right?
the Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars has a pretty good lineup. It's a little more sweetened and a little more on the big branch section of things, but they're very
still
tasty.
pretty good.
What is it? The Beach Boys.
Kokomo.
Kokomo.
Where is that?
Somewhere down here we have Kokomo rum.
Right here.
You know.
Yeah.
The Beach Boys and
These
their
guys
rum,
right here.
which I think is pretty
This is
tremendous.
very good.
Yeah,
actually,
very very good. So I do think that there is a lot of benefit to some of these celebrity rums because a lot of them are partnering with people doing a good job.
Well, that's true, and so so they're partnering with actually some of these craft distillers that have been in the market for a long time, and actually those craft distillers by partnering up with a celebrity, they're actually making some of their dreams come true. And for me personally, if we can actually get some of those craft distillers out there, get a name made for themselves, and give some competition to some of those big name brands that I'm not even going to mention because exactly who the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you can get them some,
there it is. Look how serious you are.
So if you can get them some competition, that's what it's all about.
I love that.
So
look at you.
So that's what we're trying to do.
Big guy on the camera right there. I love that.
Oh my goodness.
I think that's pretty great of you. So I'm gonna hit some comments.
Okay.
And then we're gonna wrap this thing up because
Yes,
we're running here, right? So they would go rum bankrupt if they gave you points. Got that. 173 degree craft distillery spiced is great. That is a good one. Doesn't have added sugar and rum.
Clear Lake, Iowa.
Clear Lake, Iowa. They do a great job too. It's very good. The snaky move. Lawyers should have advised differently for that. Yeah, for the Rihanna rum.
I'm gonna stop you here for just a minute. Let's face it. When these types of things are involved, who are the main people that actually make money at the end of the day? Do you know?
Me.
The lawyers. The lawyers. When lawyers get involved, they are literally the only ones that make any money.
True. So true. Them and your local rum guys.
Well,
an artist like Rihanna's name on the rum doesn't do it for me. I mean, she's not Ramstein, right? Exactly, Mark. What are we even idolizing here?
For me, it'd be like Van Halen.
Van Halen, he's the lead singer. He has a rum, doesn't he?
Sammy Hagar.
Yes. He's got a rum.
There you go.
Yeah, see? You drink it.
You get it.
My Irish Valentine says, ugh, I'm so not interested in a rum associated with Rihanna in the first place. What? What? But it's Rihanna.
I love it.
Come on.
I love this.
Are we kidding me right now?
This is fantastic. I love all this communication.
Yeah.
Is truly just like hanging out at the bar.
I love it.
Only difference is you actually get to drink what you want to drink.
Yeah. Let's see here. Love the Doc Brown sign. Great rum. Kathy, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that a lot. We love the sign back here. It does
Doc
light
Brown's
up.
really bad rum.
It doesn't look good on camera.
A very good rum.
But we can make it light up. I don't know.
We can.
We've never tried it on this one. Should we try it?
Try it.
Hey, it doesn't look half bad. It actually shows up.
Not too bad.
Shows up pretty good
not
when
too
you
bad.
do it like that. I like it. Let's see here. A visit from your grandchildren on Father's Day, Greg says, is always a good one. Phil says, speaking of grandchildren, how's Riley doing? Riley's doing great.
She is doing fantastic.
She's coming in. We're in the thick of it. We're at 34 weeks now.
And I will be taking off a few days this next week.
Yeah, we're prepping.
Help you.
We're prepping.
Get the house ready.
We're in prep mode. We're at 34 weeks. We are 2 weeks away from anytime can happen time. So it's coming in. It's coming in hot right now. Let's see here.
Yeah, just don't call me between like 10 and 6.
I'm gonna blow your phone up unbelievably. I'm gonna drive my vehicle through your house on my way to the hospital. Okay.
Hey, get your ass out of bed.
Footnote: I've decided the Pago calling for Jamaican rum should be made with Smith and Cross.
Oh,
love that. Awesome.
Well, Smith and Cross.
Love that.
You got a little bit of that.
It's 8:10. I'm gonna wrap this thing up here because you guys are the best rum community in the world. We could talk all night with you guys. It is just like drinking at the bar, and we love that. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button. It helps us. Check out the description down below as we've got all the other places we're hanging out, the Facebook group, the Instagram, the TikTok, and that rum club, which is super, super fun. We'd love to have you guys there. We're getting some rum out here, getting some things going.
Yep,
the
we are.
next 3 months look pretty good right now. So we're working on some rum going out. So we're excited about that. So make sure you check that out. There's limited spaces. And if you're not in a participating area, check out our Patreon homepage where we have a rumless rum club for the price of a Starbucks.
My suggestion, just move to corresponding.
Move to a place that qualifies. Yeah. That's what we think we should do. We told Steven from the Netherlands to do that.
Yeah, just move to the States.
I think he's got a realtor on speed dial in the States now.
Yeah, I think he's looking.
I think he's looking. I think he's looking too.
You know, I've heard Dubuque. Maybe Grundy Center. I don't know.
It's got to be Grundy Center. It's got to be Grundy Center. Love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. We had so much fun. Don't forget, message SLB Drinks and tag us and put us in that. Let's see if we can't get a hold of them. I think that's a pretty cool hearing their story a little bit. We'd love to get to know them a little bit better and be a part of that. That'd be super cool. But we appreciate you. Thanks so much for hanging out and being the best rum community in the world. We're all about connecting good people with good rum through a good time. You guys help us do that every single week, and we really appreciate it. With that being said, Royer, let's get these fine people home safe.
Always drink responsibly. Never drink and drive. And no rums were harmed during the making of this video.
Not at all. We'll see you next time, guys.